Paula G. Voice, aka Lady Wisdom After Midnight. Celebrate your season. I choose to spend part of this day at a place where I experience the most peace. This is a substitute for the actual place. This is the best that I can do in Atlanta, Georgia. Yes, I'm an ocean girl, and it's perhaps the greatest thing I've missed. Being able to get to the ocean within 45 minutes or less. But where there's a river, ultimately there's an ocean. And sometimes our journey doesn't always take us in the path we desire to go, but it's our journey. And with what we have and where we are, and be thankful for each and every moment that God chooses to give us. The fact that you woke up this morning is a beautiful thing. And as long as you keep waking up every morning, you have an opportunity to be who you were meant to be. We get so caught up in the noise, busyness of our lives that we forget to take the time to just be still. We forget to take the time to resurrect those forgotten hopes and dreams. Stop, be still, listen to your soul, and then be who you were destined to be. I've been fortunate to have the experience of living outside of the United States. Now, don't get me wrong, I love American soil, but my experience outside of the country has always been enlightening. Different customs, cultures, routines, religions, races, and community dynamics are evidence that we must embrace each other as members of the human race, the same tribe, mankind. Some countries refer to their families as their tribe. Even though we reside on various parts of this planet, we all basically want the same thing: love and a good life where we can raise our families. We are all more alike than we are different. So, when you're an officer's wife and he takes command, guess what that makes you? Yep, whether you want it or not, like it or not, or even know what the heck to do with it or not, you are the commander's wife and first lady, if you will, by default. Those were the most formative years of my life because I learned my greatest lessons. I learned leadership and what it meant to lead others. Leadership is service to others. Leadership is being supportive of others, and in this case, especially your spouse. It is being a solid foundation, encouragement, and assistance to others regardless of how you feel. I learned courage and grace under fire. I learned which fork to use. I learned the hard way what inadvertently happens when you lock your knees while standing for the traditional toasts that often occur at military formals before the command is given to "Gentlemen, seat the ladies." It's funny now, but it wasn't funny at the time. I learned strength, I learned perseverance, and I learned endurance. I believe being a military spouse separates the women from the girls. It's not an easy life, but it's a rewarding life, and I would not trade it for the world. The sisterhood of military wives, both past and present, is a bond like no other because unless you have the life, you cannot understand the sacrifice. To my Army wives, both past and present, as well as all other military services, I love each of you, and I pray for each of you. Strength under fire. Multiple deployments to war zones can take its toll on the family, the marriage, and the soldier. I consider 9/11 the first day of the rest of my life. Little did I know this at the time. I treasure my years as a military spouse. I am enormously proud to have been called an Army wife for 23 years. And as I continue this journey called life, some thoughts cross my mind about the following. Number 1, never ask a woman her age. Number 2, you should dye your hair. It will make you look younger. To these 2 statements, my response is, I am so thankful to live long enough to be approaching the next season of my life. We all have trials, tribulations, life struggles, etc. We could hold a contest to see who has had the worst of them. However, for me, that is irrelevant. The relevance for me is that God brought me through, protected me, and spared my life during certain seasons of my life in order to bring me to this season of my life. So I proudly and boldly embrace living long enough to see another day. 2, I have earned every single strand of gray hair on my head. For me, it is a symbol of endurance. It is a symbol of wisdom learned through life's journey. It is a symbol of the fact that I still have hair in the first place. Women also tell me to dye my hair. Men tell me they love it. There's wisdom in listening to our men. I'm just saying. They see us so differently than we see each other and ourselves. They see the natural parts of our beings and not what we cover up in an effort to reach the definition of beauty that we have evidently placed on ourselves. Men, please correct me if I'm wrong. Ladies, please listen if they say I am not. Ladies, you may find yourself realizing you don't have to do all you do to attract or keep a man. Don't get me wrong. Take care of yourself. Be your best self. Just be your natural you. Celebrate the things God gives you in your winter season of life. Flourish. Embrace life itself. Live. Unless, of course, you prefer the alternative. I am Paula G. Voice. I am a sagacious, independent lifestyle influencer. I am embracing my own journey and sharing experiences along the way. I am challenging dreamers to do the same by breathing life into their deferred dreams and living out the reality. It is never too late to embrace your journey and live your dreams. Visit Paula's blog at www.paulagvoice.com for the full journey.